Hey y'all, welcome to the Hey Coworker Podcast. Some of your favorite not safe for work coworkers. I am RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is
Danielle,
aka
Big Rox,
not the little one.
Never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers. Some of you, the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here another week when you could have been anywhere, but you decided to be right here, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps, and we greatly appreciate it. How are you doing, friend?
I am the mother of champions.
Okay.
My sons had their final football game this morning. They went 7-0 for the season. My boys came through and showed out. I got there just a little bit late. I got there right before the end of the first half. But I did come into my oldest son scoring a touchdown. And then immediately after that, my youngest son catching a flag.
So they're doing their thing.
Yeah. So football is over and they start basketball soon.
Okay. Do they like basketball? Or you feel like they like football more?
They like basketball. So here's the thing. My oldest son, when he was little, was crazy with basketball. And this is my first child, so I don't know what to expect or what's normal.
Yeah.
It wasn't until we was playing with another little child who was around the same age as him, and that child tried to put the basketball through the hoop the other way, that I realized, oh, maybe my baby shooting 3-pointers at 18 months is not normal.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he wasn't doing. When he first started off, he was just dunking it, and he just gradually started getting further and further. He would be on top of furniture in his room, shooting from his bed over to, he got really, really good.
Okay.
And my youngest knows how to dribble. He's 5, he doesn't know how to dribble. So they're.
Have you thought about putting them in any like combat sports?
Like what?
Like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, boxing.
Not
karate.
Jiu-Jitsu, and I don't want anybody to take any disrespect from this, but my algorithm is what it is, and it has influenced me to look at people who do Jiu-Jitsu as a little bit crazy.
Okay, wait, crazy how?
I mean, because there was a video of a guy on the ground, like, come here, you get down here, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like, he's on the ground, like, boy, if you come down here,
hey,
I'm gonna fuck you up. If you can, that just look real silly to me.
That's real.
Yeah.
So me and little one have talked about, of course, like when we have kids, what type of sports are we gonna put them in? And my whole thing is like before they get to the age of like really like 10, I'm probably gonna want to put you in like combat sports or like individual sports so that you learn like individual responsibility for your actions. Like you didn't lose because your teammate did whatever. You lost because you didn't do this thing, and like you learn self-acceptance through that way. I feel like that'd be a good teacher. But yeah,
I took karate when I was when I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. I don't remember the order. I got it all the way up to a purple belt. I don't know where that falls. It could be right after white. I really couldn't tell you, but I got to a purple belt.
So I have never done a combat sport, like not for sport. Like I was in the military, so we had to learn all types of shit, right? But as far as like learning boxing or putting this in karate, my mom's was not. She was like, y'all are dangerous enough. I'm not. Y'all are very aggressive. You beat each other up all the time. I'm not gonna give y'all further tools to be able to do that. So we didn't.
Yeah, but it's fair if all of us have it. Like if we are all in the same classes and we all learn the same things.
But I have had fights with every one of my brothers apart from the oldest one, and a couple of them. You know who you are. I beat your ass, and you know what's good. Just is what it is. It's facts. What?
You just had a heart condition. You need to slow down.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, we talked about it. I forget because I haven't.
Because I had to think about it. I had to remember. But that's why I paused before I said it. Like, we talked about this. Yeah.
Well,
no, it wasn't. Sorry, you didn't have a heart condition. You got your heart checked after another spell or something. And you got your heart. But you just had to have your heart checked.
I'll be all right. I'm still, like, this is the thing. I had that thing that happened. I immediately went to the doctor. I have still been lifting heavy. I have still been playing basketball. Ain't shit changed. I'm still doing all the things that I would regularly do. I realized that I didn't actually. So what was funny was, I realized I don't tell people about things that are going on in my life, like just like a regular like man shit. And so I'm talking to my brother, and he like calls me, he's like he texts me, he's like, yo, how you living? You know, I'm good, just like trying to take care of my health. He's like, I'll take care of your health. I was like, yeah, I just want to see the cardiologist. Immediately FaceTimes me. It's like, what you mean? Because we hadn't talked about any of the things that had happened that preceded to me like going to see my cardiologist. So, or like having to get a cardiologist. Because I said cardiologist, and he immediately went, what the fuck you got going on? Because our dad had heart issues and like other shit, right? So I talked to him about it. He was like, I was like, yo, I'm good, I'm fine, but like just so you know, like this is what happened, this is what's good. The next time he saw me, he hugged me for so long.
Rubbed your back and all.
Yeah, he was like, I thought I could have lost you. I was like, bro, I'm cool. I don't think I was ever in danger of like dying.
Right.
I'm alright. Like I didn't have a stroke, I didn't have a heart attack. I'm alright.
Yeah.
But he's not used. I think it's also like he's not used to thinking of me or seeing me as someone who has like health issues, because for my entire life, I've never really had issues with health. Like I've always been fairly athletic. I've always had like good shit. Like so now he's like, wait a minute. It's like you said it before. We're getting older, and he's like, damn.
Yeah.
I gotta
your mortality.
Yeah, and also like I'm not one of the brothers that I think he thinks he has to worry about, because I mean the younger three are all like very athletic. We take care of ourselves. We in the gym regularly. I don't know what them two older ones doing. Tyrone got a wife and two kids, so it's a little bit harder for him to get to the gym. I've noticed though, like that is a thing. Like once you become older, once you have kids, especially if you have like younger kids, your ability to just like go and spend 2 hours in the gym after you get off work is not.
Yeah, I'll be in the gym for 2 hours.
Okay, so I be in the gym for around 2 hours. So let's see, I'll get off work at 4:30. I'm in the gym by around 4:50. I don't leave the gym till like 6:30. So like an hour and 40 minutes. Or if anything, or at the latest, I leave the gym at 7. Like this. Depends on what I'm doing. Like if I am doing I've shortened some of my workouts. If I am doing like one of my longer workouts and then I decide I'm gonna play ball too, I'm usually gonna try to play 3 games. Each game is gonna run 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna spend like an hour doing cardio. However, that has been whooping my ass because I need to take on more water because I be wildly dehydrated when I do that.
Okay. I be trying to get the hell up out of there.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I have been consistent in the gym. I've been taking care of myself. I went to go see the cardiologist for the last thing. I guess we're talking about that now. So we're good. I'm waiting on him to give me results on everything and then like have a conversation with me. Maybe we'll have some lifestyle things and whatnot. But yeah, we're good.
Okay. That's awesome. I recently had to go. I had two doctor's appointments pretty much back to back. One was therapy and the other was seeing my PCP. And at the end of both appointments, I received referrals to a psychiatrist.
Hey. The fact that you haven't had one up until this point is actually kind of like, oh, wow. Because we talk about you being in therapy and also being on like antidepressants or whatever. So, and then you realize a lot of people are getting their antidepressants or anti-anxiety meds from their
PCP.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know was a thing up until I got it.
Yeah, they can do that, but they typically may not, or they'll refer you to a psychiatrist.
I think the reason that she did is because she wasn't prescribing it to me for she wasn't describing it to me for anxiety. Well, yes, but anxiety around food specifically. Like I think that's probably the reason. Is because it is an antidepressant, but one of the side effects is an increased appetite. Okay. And it did. So whenever I'm having a hard time, it is a lot of anxiety around eating. Me and Vet can be sitting there having a conversation, just talking like normal, and as soon as he says, "You ready to eat?" anxious. instantly. My chest starts beating faster. I get a little pit in my stomach. I get uncomfortable. I get nervous just thinking about having to think about it. And so it does help with that. I've been on that medicine since maybe like June, and we did have to up the dose. But when I was looking more into it, I was on the lowest dosage.
Yeah.
And most people, the average person on this medicine is taking even higher than what I'm on now.
Okay.
And so I have noticed a difference. Like, I still don't have the great it's going to take some time. I just started taking this higher dose, but my anxiety is soothing around it. It has not really increased my appetite yet, but my anxiety around eating has reduced, so I'm able to eat more.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Cause shit be hard out here.
Let me tell you something. Little one freaks out daily about the state of the world and everything that's going on, and so I have to constantly be like, hey, you don't need to be worried till I'm worried. She was like, they're gonna send a nuclear bomb, and and Houston is on the list of places that could get hit. And I was like, baby, you have to understand something. The people that we are like fucking with don't have long range missile capacity to the point that they would be able to reach an American city. Our allies and bases in Europe, they could hit those for sure, right? But them getting to the United States, getting an attack off on American soil, there hasn't been an attack on American soil in 20 years. And and that was like they flew a plane into a building. It was the last time they like got away with some shit for real. Before that, it was Pearl Harbor. We don't get attacked on American soil nearly as much for me to be like concerned about that being a thing that is going to happen. And also, we're good right now. I was like, if China start popping their shit, then this becomes a whole different conversation. But as of right now, we just fucking with niggas in the Middle East. And when we're just fucking with them, we're good as for the most part. The problem is going to become they are absolutely going to start fucking with Israel because Israel gets involved in everything and they're our foothold in the Middle East. That shit is going to become an issue because Israel is going to be doing the majority of our like, I feel like boots on ground type shit. I don't trust them things though.
Yeah, I'm not on my period, so it's hard for me to care.
I feel
I'm
you.
not in that phase of my cycle. You know, like there's the phases in the cycle where everything is just scary and you want to cry all the time. And then there's this phase I'm in right now where I really just don't give a damn. Or it might be these medicine working.
It could absolutely be the meds working.
Because I'm genuinely just like, I understand for people who have big families and families who live other places, but all my family here. We all finna go together. I would hate for anything to happen to me or my kids for a nuclear bomb or whatever, but I won't be leaving my kids behind because they live in Houston too.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go on without their mother.
This is not a situation like Paradise.
I haven't seen it, but.
Oh, you have not seen Paradise? You didn't watch season 1?
No.
Okay, season 2 came out. I haven't watched it yet. I need to. Paradise is basically a show about we have damaged the planet to the point that we start to have like natural disasters, and there is a massive natural disaster, but the billionaires had already like built an underground bunker, and so they put everybody underground and everybody's continuing normal life and like whatever, but there's actually not that many people that they let into the bunker. It's like maybe 5,000, somewhere between I think 5,000 and 10,000 people that are there, and they have a functioning society, and those people are going to like repopulate the earth, I guess.
Did everybody above ground die?
That's what you learn. And so at the end of season 1, they're trying to figure out whether or not people have died. Everyone has died. And
everyone
they have underground, they have been told everybody else has died. There is nobody else but y'all. But the whole season 1 is about figuring out whether or not that is true. And so season 2 becomes more, I don't want to spoil it for those that may not have.
Well, yeah. Like, we're all, if a nuclear bomb happens, I live close enough to my baby daddy that we're all going out together.
Fair enough. So this is my thing. If a nuclear bomb happens, right? They decide to set off a nuclear bomb. It's not like we're not gonna have some warning. Mm-hmm. Like you'll have. I'm. Where is it hitting? I'm gonna get out of Houston. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna get in my car. Traffic is gonna be horrible. But I feel like. But I feel like Houston is. I was like, what part of Houston are they gonna hit? Houston is an hour away from Houston. So depends on where you hit. If you hit the energy corridor, that could fuck some shit up. But like, I feel like they're gonna aim at like the east side of Houston, and it ain't shit over there. Exactly. That's where all the shipping and all that other shit. The ports and all that. That's where I feel like we would get hit, or because the energy corridor is where. That's on the
west, out towards Katy.
Yeah. So they hit Katy. That could be some shit. That's some damage. But I'm not near Katy. Not close. I can get over to the.
I'm going to Galveston.
Yeah, right. I'll get in my car and go.
Depending on what time of year it is. Yeah. Swimsuit or something, make it a trip of it. Not to get in the water, just to be on.
Yeah, because why would you get in the water in Galveston?
You might do the same thing as you might as well just stay where you was at.
Come poison yourself. Yo, Galveston, well, the first time I realized, I was like, Texas has a beach. And then I went to Galveston and saw Texas's beach. I was like,
don't say Texas has a beach, because Corpus Christi is a decent beach. It's decent.
South Padre Island.
South Padre is decent. Yeah, so like Houston has a beach. And that would be Galveston, which is trash. Like, horrible. It's the Gulf of Mexico. It is the Gulf of Mexico. It's a port.
Is the Gulf of Mexico bad everywhere, or is it just where we are? I mean, BP did like fuck that
fuck
shit
them
up.
Ducks up.
Yeah.
Every time I see a Dawn commercial.
I was just about to say Dawn soap commercial. We use this to like clean off
the oil from all these damn ducks and whatnot, all the birds in the water.
I didn't even know there was ducks in the Gulf of Mexico for real. I feel like I thought they were like a pond lake animal, not necessarily like they're in the sea. I was like seagulls.
They probably stopped while it was migrating.
They wiped them out.
Stuck.
Oh.
All the damn thick ass oil, they can't fly like they supposed to. I don't know.
We probably shouldn't laugh at that, but you gotta laugh to keep from doing all the other things.
Yeah.
Every time little one gets freaked out, I'm like, what exactly? Like, what would you like to do? She was like, kill them all. I want all the politicians to die. They need to die. And I was like, I don't.
Beyonce Kyle, pull out the guillotine.
The guillotine.
Guillotine.
It was like, hey, politicians, I hope you're listening right now.
You see the animated one with the every time they pull out the helicopter.
He got a bullhorn. Bro, I fuck with Deontay Kyle. That nigga is...
Okay, it's so funny because I Love McConan has been coming across my For You page a lot lately or whatever. Okay. And him and Deontay Kyle sound just alike. When they talk, they speak in the same
cadence and rhythm.
Yes. It's kind of crazy.
I am less aware of McConan and who that is. Like, if you showed me a picture, I'd probably know who he is, but off the top of my head...
I don't expect you to know what he looks like. I don't expect you to know what he looks like, but you know who he is.
I believe so.
Going up on a Tuesday.
Okay.
Got your gun in the color she choosing. That nigga gay as hell. Somebody had, he is. It's not an insult. He's gay. He was on live, and somebody had put in the comments, it was like rapper turned fruit. And he said, no, been fruit. Was fruit before rapper. First I was a seed, planted and grew up to be a tree. And now I'm a fruit that fell from that tree that you're trying to squeeze to quench your thirst. Said, hold on.
You got bars.
Hold on.
Speaking of fruits, you saw Kid Fury is going back to having furious thoughts?
That was rude.
Was it rude?
That was rude.
We can't say that?
I don't know. I was quoting him calling himself a fruit. I didn't call him fruit. I called him gay as hell.
This is the thing. I don't. There are so many. This is the thing. There are so many ways in which I don't know.
Yeah.
If I was like, is this offensive or is it just like saying the straights? Like, I don't know. Is fruits offensive?
It might be. I don't know. I'm not gay, so I don't know.
I'm gonna have to ask somebody. If it is, I apologize. I did not mean to be offensive.
Like that around here.
But no,
I did see Furious Thoughts is coming back.
I think I might indulge in some furious thoughts because I fucks with Kid Fury.
I don't think I have the attention span to fuck with Furious Thoughts. It did pop up on my YouTube. It was 2 hours long, and I said,
It was 2 hours long.
Maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours somewhere in there.
I thought it was gonna be like a regular.
Maybe he's putting clips on his socials.
Yeah, but I thought it was going to be like a podcast that he was going to be doing regularly.
Maybe, but it's long, whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's gonna be regular, but whatever I saw the first episode, it was entirely too long.
A 2 hour podcast is a lot.
I'll never forget one time I was listening to The Read, and they were talking about how long the previous episode was. Mm-hmm. And they said that somebody left a comment saying, "Damn, this episode was longer than the Titanic."
Which is nutty.
Because that's a long movie.
It's extremely long.
It's known for being long.
It was 2 VHSs.
Yeah.
Them
white people really got in that little boat.
Which now
that little...
Have you heard the theories that like it wasn't just the iceberg that sank the Titanic? They're thinking that it might have been some type of other like submarine like sank the Titanic.
Intentionally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Which I was like, y'all just keep telling us things.
Why would I give a fuck? It wasn't my kind wasn't on there. And if they they wasn't paying to be there. You know what I mean? Like they was cap I don't My kind wasn't paying to be on, like my kind wasn't the guest there. It wasn't the
you talking about they were
workers, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like slavery. I was like, slavery wasn't. I was very confused.
Yeah, no, like they weren't the guest list. They weren't.
Whenever you say Negroes and there's ships involved, I always go back to slavery, and I was like, that's not what you were doing.
Yeah, not this time, but they wasn't.
That's why
why would I give a fuck about y'all wanting to kill off a bunch of white people, a bunch of rich white people? I don't give a fuck. Me too. Do it again. Line them motherfuckers up. Do it again.
Guillotine. I just saw there was some clip came out of some billionaires talking about, hey, we are people that like we have assets, and our like wealth is going up as like the de-dollarification happens and like the dollar becomes more like whatever in value, we get more wealth. But other people are not seeing that same thing happen with them. And we may be looking at a civil war, and it's not whether or not wealth distribution is going to happen, because it's going to happen. It's whether or not it's gonna end up happening violently or non-violently. It's like, and I personally would prefer a non-violent means of like wealth redistribution. I was like, see, no, this is a billionaire with some sense, because you've realized you can't starve people for forever and expect them to not do anything about it.
I wish we all could get on the same page about anything. And the people crazy enough to do shit are never on our side.
Okay.
I wish we could just get on the same, because we have options. There are so many things that if we the people decided this is what we're going to do to make this shit stop, we have options. We could all get together and say, fuck this dollar. This is a piece of paper. This means nothing. It means nothing. I'm not paying for shit. And they can't kick us all out. They can't.
Yeah.
I told you my number one idea would be to stop paying the motherfucking taxes out your check.
Yeah.
That would be my number one thing this country comes to. This country is built on greed. No matter what other things out there, money is the answer. Money is what is going to make shit shake.
But also look at what they spending our tax dollars on. Like, I paid all this in taxes, and what did I get?
And y'all are giving $50,000 sign-up bonuses to ICE agents with no background check, with no drug tests.
Which actually we found out they are not paying the motherfuckers. Which I found hilarious.
Beautiful.
Yeah. They got gone with the okie doke.
Yeah. I just wish we could get on the same page about something. I'm still actively arguing with people in my comments. Like, usually once a video gets to be a certain age, I don't care about the comments anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that Target video in particular, people are really getting on my nerves.
It's been bugging you.
It's really, really bothering me. Not just because I don't care if you shop at Target, bro. If you see me making a video asking somebody, hey, why the fuck are you telling me this? You can admit that you understand why we're doing this. Mm-hmm. You can admit that you know, whether you agree with it or not, that you know why we're doing this. So why do you feel the need to tell us? Somebody came in my comments it was either last night or this morning and said, it was on this video of me replying to this girl saying, why the fuck are you telling us this? This person follows me. She says, oh my God, I was at work and had an emergency happen and I had to go to Target. I felt disgusted with myself, but I haven't been back in there since. She could have just kept scrolling. I said, and so could you. On the cool, you could have just kept scrolling too. I don't know why you think your response, your reasoning for going is any better than anybody else's, but it's not. People have emergencies all the time and nobody's telling you not to do what you got to do. There was no reason for you to fucking tell me that. I'm sitting here telling you I don't give a shit about you going to Target. I don't care what the reason is. I don't give a fuck who's in there or what's in there. If you ain't going in that bitch to steal, I don't give a fuck. There is no excuse. There is not one singular thing in Target that you can't get somewhere else for cheaper.
And it's not even about necessarily you going into Target.
It's you telling me.
You feeling the need to defend your actions about Target.
Especially,
you didn't have to do that.
I wouldn't have known. You trying to justify why you going? Guess what? I wouldn't have known you went at all if you didn't say shit. Shut your fucking mouth.
Why are you telling us this?
We don't need to know. It's I keep saying this, but it's not like we just decided, hey, you know what? I don't like that fucking dog that Target had as their mascot. We should just stop going to that bitch. Yeah. You on board? You on board? You on board? Okay, cool. No, that's not what happened. It's people in my comments steady more arguing with me about DEI. And some of them keep bringing up, oh, it's black employees who still work there. They still are in these neighborhoods and stuff. Them motherfuckers don't work on commission. And guess what? If they start shutting Target stores down, which they have, when they start downsizing and the hours are going, them niggas need to understand, yeah, you're going to be the first one out of here because they already showed you that. Somebody talking to me about DEI, right? I have to get this out. Somebody talking to me about DEI saying that, first of all, she said black people don't benefit from DEI. I said, that is simply untrue. What you mean is that we don't benefit the most is white women. But everybody who is not a white man benefits from DEI. We might not benefit the most.
I would ask them, what do they think DEI is or does?
They think it's just about race, first of all. They think it's just race. But here's my thing. Her original comment says we don't benefit from DEI anyway, so why are we boycotting Target? First of all, if we're starting there, if you think that DEI was made without us in mind and we don't benefit, you don't think that's even more reason for us to not be shopping there?
That's just
it's just incorrect.
It didn't make any sense.
None. But here's the thing, right? I said, okay, you can admit that we do benefit. Even if it's not the most, you can admit we benefit, right? Okay. So let's say 75% of all inclusion hires, promotion, or not, I was talking specifically about the people who they let go, all of the black brands and all that shit. Okay, let's say 75% of everything under DEI goes to white women at Target, right? 75%. The other 25% is spread amongst everybody else, right? That's only 25. That's less than 25% for niggas alone. Mm-hmm. When they roll back and they get rid of their DEI programs, if 75% is white women, how come not one white woman lost anything? We are only this much. And that's what they got rid of when they had a pool of 70, not one. And DEI is not just about race, but that seems very much about race. Not one white-owned brand lost shit from DEI rollbacks at Target. So that is even more, so you understand it's not for us. You understand that us, even if you think it was designed for other people, you understand by that means that we're lucky to be getting anything from it. But the second they take it away, the only people they kick out is us. And you're trying to ask me why I don't want to shop there?
I ain't shop at Target in how long?
It's been over a year, and my thing is, it's just like, okay, if if I saw my people online standing for something, and I felt like that is a crock of shit, that is not going to do any fucking thing. That helps nobody. Guess what I'm not going to do?
Go on and
tell them that. They feel like they're doing something, and one step leads to the next. What they're doing right now, I might feel like it does nothing, but it makes them feel black and empowered. It makes them feel, yes, I can stand up. I can make a difference. And when you feel like that, you keep doing that. So maybe the next thing that they do will be beneficial. And I don't know everything, so it might look like nothing to me, but I am very well aware that just because I don't understand the benefit of something doesn't mean that there's not one.
Factual.
And one last thing. You're being so emotional. Yeah, bitch, I'm not a lawmaker. I get to be.
This is an emotional topic.
I do. So many people keep trying to say, if you like, why boycott Target? All these companies did that.
We boycotting them too. There's
even if we're not, Target was disrespectful as fuck. If there are a bunch of people with masks on standing in front of me, one of them pulls off their mask, comes up to me, and slaps the fuck out of me, and the other ones are just all flicking me off, maybe mooning me, being disrespectful in the back, but Target takes their mask off, looks me in the eyes, and smacks the shit out of me. Fuck, I don't give a fuck what they talking about. It's me and you. I'm on your ass. You're gonna pay for this. I can't see them. I'm not seeking them out. Yes, I could walk over there and pull that mask off. I could. But somebody right here in my face has disrespected me, and before I handle anybody else, I'm finna handle this.
Yeah.
I don't have to go seek it. It's my money. I could decide I don't want to spend my money in Target because I don't like the name Up and Up. Their store stuff is called Up and Up. I don't know. I like to be down and down sometimes, so I don't really fuck with that. And it's my money. I'm not a lawmaker.
Yeah.
I'm not a politician. I'm not a policymaker. Where I spend my money does not affect anything in anybody else's business. I can 100% base it on feelings. Y'all just don't want to stand for nothing. You weak ass bitches. Y'all don't want to stand for shit. Fucking losers, lame assholes. That's what it boils down to. You're lame and you're a coon, and you have to go out of your way to let us know. Oh, I had a gift card, so I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
It's also the thing of you're volunteering this information to us that we did not ask for. Nobody asked.
And it's not even that I didn't ask, you're commenting this on a video of me saying, why are you telling me this?
You could have just shut the fuck up.
You could have just hushed. You could have let that hush fall right on over you.
But you didn't. You fought the spirit of hush.
And then you want to look at me crazy, or you want to wonder why I'm so... No, I already told you how I felt. I don't care that you... Yeah, she could have just kept scrolling. Yeah, you could have too.
Absolutely.
You could have kept scrolling too. I ain't need to hear from none of y'all. And somebody else gonna say you can't control what people say. They can, if they want to respond, it's because they can. At the end of the day, they can, and so can I.
Yeah, that's
and
my
nuts bigger. That's what y'all gotta remember. And don't come calling it no bullying when I got you up on the Summer Jam screen. I don't want to hear it. It ain't no bullying. Now all you want to play, let's play. You know how many followers I had when you left that comment.
Speaking of bullying, have you been seeing the stuff that's going on with T.I. 50 Cent?
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from T.I.'s little clan.
So this is the thing. I have always been a fan of T.I.'s music. I have always liked T.I.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a little bit weird that she was like checking on your daughter's virginity so incessantly. That was weird, and it creeped me out a little, right? Other than that, I haven't heard any or at least I don't remember hearing any super negative.
There was some stuff with him and Tiny.
Oh yeah, I do. Wow. Every time I be wanting to be like, yeah, cool, and then I start going back through the history and I'm like, huh. But based on this beef, them niggas got in the booth. The whole family done got in the goddamn booth. What is his son Domani?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was hard.
If it ain't about the money, don't be calling me up, no. If it ain't about the money.
And T.I.'s track was hard too. T.I. got in the booth and reminded us, I can still do this.
King too.
Mm-hmm.
King. Big ass teeth.
Bro, when King...
You Your mama dead as fuck. You know
he was at her gravestone, which was crazy.
Oh my gosh, you know I love that type of shit.
It was so petty. But see, the thing is, like, and also you knew T.I. was gonna respond once you started talking about people's wives.
And T.I. was finna fight Floyd Mayweather behind Tiny. Please, okay? He was finna get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Over Tiny.
Behind Tiny. And Tiny does look like Miss Piggy. We all know it.
But we don't.
But it wasn't necessary. She didn't have nothing to do with this.
You brought her into this for no good reason.
No reason. Tiny don't bother nobody.
And then when he pointed out, you don't have a family.
There's nobody to do this for you.
Tough.
And then Vet was telling me that this all started because T.I. did the said I want to versus him, and 50 Cent had already agreed to that.
He had been like yeah, he was giving him like Hollywood answers, and then eventually 50 was like, nah, you a rat. And T.I. is like, I got paperwork to show I'm not a rat. Y'all keep coming with these rat allegations are tired. There's no one ever been proven. No one got caught on anything that I said. I'm good as far as them allegations is concerned, was what I've been hearing from that camp. But then niggas is looking at Curtis going, he's like, but bro, I do have paperwork saying that you
But also, like, you can't, like, 50 Cent, if you are going to rebrand, you just need to do that. Because 50 Cent is one litigious bitch. He's going to sue.
Does he not rap no more?
I haven't heard anything. I don't know.
I don't think he's going to get in the booth neither.
But it's like, if you're going to rebrand and be this petty person who's not afraid to take someone to court, you can't turn around and call somebody a rat. You know, that's not you can't do both. You can't have both ways when you so quick to sue people. It don't feel like you should be able to play both sides of that fence, especially when those rumors have been out as well about your very self.
And these are two
saying
dudes,
you fear for your life and whatnot.
These are two dudes that actually give real life street niggas.
Who?
T.I. and 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. Like, both of them were real life street niggas. Because this is the thing. A lot of the new rappers, they wasn't really involved in shit. Some of these older, like Gucci Mane, Jeezy, T.I., Snoop Dogg, 50.
Lil Flip.
Okay. All right. Sure. We're Little Flip. We're actually, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe.
I can do that.
It's the names that we were mentioning, and then you brought up Lil Flip.
If I spill drink on my clothes, I can do that. It don't matter because I'll buy me some more. I can do that. We're not going to disrespect Lil Flip.
That's why you messed up the word. Because you knew you should have been in this conversation.
No, I have ADHD. My brain moving too much fast for my mouth. That's how I messed up my words.
ADHD
You
cursing.
will not silence me.
I'm the last person to say it because I will smooth mispronounce a word because my brain is moving too fast.
My brain is moving. I was already on the Lil Flip part. And that's where we get disrespect. But no, we won't disrespect Lil Flip.
Dog, you don't know how many times I've been recording a TikTok video and be like, and then I go back and watch it like, you said that word wrong. Do I really want to re-record this? I just did it there. Do I really want to re-record this video to be able to address this thing that I said wrong? Or I don't care.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Okay, side note. There's this song that I like. It is a remix to Back That Ass Up.
Okay.
It is a Houston remix. Her name is Carmen Sandiego, and the song is called Ball With Me. And at the end of the song, she's shouting out all of these, like, major cities, like, in Dallas, in Miami, you know, and then she says, and Cleveland. And that shit really, really, really pissed me off. Like, that song is so old. But every time, like, it still come on. I still play it regularly. Yeah. What the fuck? And I think that is where my Ohio beef started.
The only things I know about
is LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Buckeye football. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bow Wow.
Is Bow Wow from Cleveland?
Bow Wow's not from Cleveland. He's from Ohio, though.
Is he really?
Yeah. Columbus. Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought he was
from Atlanta.
Or Virginia.
Chris Brown's from Virginia.
And so is Trey
Songz.
Songz. Yeah.
They be beating bitches up. If you're in Virginia and you need help, blink twice. Because, whoa. 2 up, 2 down.
Let me tell you something.
Whoa, you gotta get out of there, friend.
My homegirl lives over there, and she said she lives in the DMV, and she was like, Virginia, you cannot convince me that all them people don't have autism. All of them, it's very autistic, and not the fun kind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, that's mean. You can't say that. She's like, my husband is autistic. I can say what I want. I was like, that's not how that works.
She's a black woman, I was allowed.
Yeah, but
definitely not how that works.
But also, she's also ADHD and maybe just a little, and
low grade autism, just a touch.
Just she likes D&D. She cosplays. It's
sounds like it's more than a touch. I thought you had to be in order to play D&D.
No, you don't have to be.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a rule, like a requirement. You have to be.
No.
You have to
it's just there's a Venn diagram, and if you
just
have
a circle.
if you got like BDSM, D&D, anime, and let's say weightlifting, in the center of that you'll find autism. If you got all of them, if one of those is your special interest, I'm not gonna say you're for sure autistic. I think you should go get checked though.
Yeah.
I think having a diagnosis would probably benefit you in life. I don't know, but hey, because this is the thing. I'm also saying that as someone who has like a few out of those 4.
I thought you were describing yourself just now.
Because I got the weightlifting, I got the anime. What else did I say?
D&D.
I don't play D&D, but people have been trying to convince me, and I do the BDSM. So that's 3 out of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting close. If I get to 4 out of 4, I will schedule an appointment with my PCP.
Is that who you go to for that?
I assume it's a medical condition. Like your PCP would have to send you to like a psychiatrist. Yeah, they'd have to give you a referral to like a psychiatrist for them in order to do stuff. Although I've been hearing that like PCPs don't really want to give people stuff for that.
Referrals?
Not for autism and ADHD.
Oh.
It's become so commonplace, and I don't know if the kids are just more so having autism and ADHD, or if like them phones and technology is fucking them up.
My attention span has absolutely gotten worse because of my phone. It is really them damn phones.
Which is why me and Little One talked about this. They're not getting the cell phones until they turn like 15, bro. Mine will have cell phones. They're not getting smartphones until you get to high school. You're not getting social media until you get to high school. Because what do you need it before that for? When did you first get on social media?
I grew up with social media. I got social media when social media got.
But do you remember how old you were?
High school. But it wasn't there before that though. I would have been on it if it was there before that.
Probably.
I was on MySpace in like 11th, 12th grade.
Okay.
But if MySpace were around before that, I probably would have been on it. I think I understand that as a rule. As somebody who has kids and has very different kids, I really gotta play it by ear. As somebody who makes my living on social media, I love social media. I don't be in no mess. My kids, I am doing my best actively while they are as young as they are to teach them discernment, because I don't want to have to do that. I understand shielding them or whatever, but I don't want to have to shield them. I want to give them the tools to when they are like, I think my kids I want my kids to have phones as soon as they start doing things after school. When it's not just a matter of school let out at 3, so I'm here at 3 to pick you up, or you getting on the bus to come home or whatever. As soon as you got basketball practice and stuff like that, you need a phone. I don't really see the point in just getting them a regular phone and skipping over the smartphone. We got rules. My children, like my oldest son was on punishment just about this whole week. He keeps losing jackets at school, and so he lost another jacket. The rule is you on punishment till you bring it home or go with your dad. I never even took the iPad. Stayed in his room. He just know not to touch it, and just to test it and see, because last time I realized I didn't take it. And I was like, I don't know if he's playing on it or not. So I took a screenshot of his phone with the apps in, like, where you close your apps out, so I could see what order they were in. And I would check it like the next day to see if it was still in that order to make sure, because he don't know nothing about closing our apps out or nothing. And he ain't touched it. It's still in the room with him. I don't be in that room. He be in there watching TV, doing whatever he's allowed to do, and I don't have to be on top of him, because I'm teaching him discernment and how to follow rules and how to, play the game the way you're supposed to play it. So I love social media. I've been on social media. I find social media to be very lucrative. Who knows where we're going to be by the time my kids are in. Mine will probably be middle school. Because I got my first phone when I was in middle school.
I did too.
Yeah.
I got my first phone.
And it was whatever version of I had. It was a good phone. It wasn't.
Yeah. I had my first phone. We got like not very long after September 11th, because we were overseas, and we're my parents' military family, but we lived out on the economy in England, and so my mom was like, I need to be able to have access to you.
I need to be able to. I can't track their location on a flip phone or like a little basic phone. You need an iPhone so that I can track your location, so I can know where you at. If something happened up at that school, I need you to be able to iMessage me, text me. I need FaceTime so I can check it. Like they're gonna need iPhones. Where we live,
Houston is the human trafficking capital of the world.
Is it? Yeah. I didn't know that, but I was just talking about the United States and how like they be shooting up schools and shit like that. Like where we live, like I need you to be able to get in touch with me. You can do that with a flip phone, but like I like having iMessage there as a backup. I like if something going on. If you need to DM me on TikTok. Whatever the fuck it is, you're going to be able to get in touch with your mama. However it is that you need to be able to do that. So it probably won't be like till closer to like sometime in middle school. They don't have no after school activities or nothing like that in elementary school. But once they like on a basketball team or something like that, and like, things start switching up.
Like middle school, high school is about the time where I'm like, okay, we can start to look at and revisit what are our policies around social media, what are our policies around smartphones. But until then, and
things will probably be so different by then. We don't know what social media is going to look like. Everything is like constantly changing so much. We don't know what social media, like my kids are in pre-K and first grade right now, so who knows what's going to happen in the next 5 years when he's going to the 6th grade, know. Who knows where we'll be, what things will look like.
Points were made.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, my homegirl talked to me about it. She's like, my parents tried to keep me away from all that stuff.
Didn't work.
And I did a whole bunch of bad things because of it. And I'm like, I don't want to be the type of parent that is so restrictive that that my kids learn to lie to get around me. Like I would love to have a relationship with them where you come to me and you talk to me about things, but I just feel like there's certain shit I'm just not going to be okay with, and I'm just not going to allow you to do. Yeah,
and that's completely fair. Like, as somebody I grew up with my grandma, I had a really, that's the reason I wanted to be a grandma since I was in the 4th grade, is because I just had such a great relationship with my granny. I tell my granny everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Like, when I bought my first vibrator, I brought it home, we opened the package together.
That is, okay.
Like, when I lost my virginity, I didn't tell her before, and I did it, got away with it. She knew nothing. It was just eating at me.
What was that experience like telling her?
She didn't believe me. She made me put my hand on the Bible. And then she was like, I can't believe you. And then she, why didn't you come tell me before you did it? And it, she had no idea. It was just eating away at me. I just had to tell her.
Yeah.
And so she was like, why would you do that? And then she asked me, where?
You said in her house?
Yeah, I should have lied. She lost it then. Fucking on niggas in my damn house. Yeah, she ain't like that.
Yeah, my mom didn't. When I lost my virginity, loss is an interesting term. But when I because I had a weird. It was So, but when I started having sex, I don't think my mom knew. I think she might have like thought something, but for the most part, I was a good kid. I did all the things I was supposed to do. I was where I was supposed to be. Like I wasn't doing nothing crazy, and so because of that, like she wasn't really thinking about nothing. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
I have a really, really good relationship with my granny. Tell her everything. I've always been able to come and talk to her, and she was never like super strict. But I got the best of both worlds because she was a mom to me, but she's still my granny. She didn't raise me like she raised her kids. She still raised me like a grandmother. She interacted with me like a grandmother interacts with their grandchild, but she was like my mom.
Okay.
So, yeah, we have like a relationship that other people in our family don't even understand. Like they'll hear the way I talk, the way we be talking to each other sometimes, and they be like, y'all talk about?" Yes, we talk about everything. Yeah, it's my girl.
We did not talk about. I mean, I could ask any questions as far as like sexual health was concerned because mom's was a nurse, but as far as like anything else, I was gonna get referred back to the Bible.
I remember asking my granny how to treat a rug burn.
What did she say?
She came in where she was like, well, because I was already living in Houston at this time. She was like, well, you want to come down here and get you one of these aloe vera plants? That's when I killed that aloe vera plant.
Did she ask you about how you got the rug burn?
Yeah, I told her.
What did you say?
Fucking. Yeah. And she be telling me I'm wild and she don't. I talk to her about stuff. She talks to me back, but her stories ain't lit as mine. She ain't lived the life I've lived.
You have done some things. I remember when we were having that conversation, I was like, I have never hopped in anybody's car that I didn't know, and you just looked at me like,
let me take my shot. Oh, wow.
I have done this. The thing I'm trying to think of like wild things I've done. I've done a lot of wild shit, but none of it ever like comes to mind until somebody brings up something. I'm like, oh yeah, I have done that.
I did do that. I did jump off that building. Wow.
Yeah, I did think I could fly at one point. That was the thing that I did. Huh. Cool. But most of my stuff is like when I was younger, I had like way too much testosterone in my body, and I was always trying to fight people. Mm-hmm. Like I did a lot of fighting coming up. But also, you grew up in England, ain't nobody shooting nobody. So like, you learn how to have hands.
Yeah.
And even then, and I still think these American kids, they fight. And English kids fight too. And they learn, but it's just different. Yeah. It's different when like the violence over here escalates so fast.
Yeah. There's certain parts in the world where fighting is just like how you settle differences. Vet is among the men who just feel like, you said what? All right, well just run me my one. And then we go about our day.
Yeah, like it's not a. It's, like, it don't have to be it don't have to be anything else other than like
and then we walk away and
it's fine.
And that's it.
But I've also had it where like dudes wanted to like. I've always had friends that happen to be women. Nothing intimidates motherfuckers more than when you are somebody who is friends with their girlfriend and like you've been around before him and now he don't like the fact that you're around his girlfriend. Which I have
experienced that.
I have also like I remember being in that's one of the things that made me stop being friends with a girl that I was cool with because first of all, she was younger than me. I was like 15 or 16, and so she was like a year younger than me. A year younger than me. So she was like 14 or 15. Her boyfriend was like
19. And
that motherfucker was trying to run down on me on some like, you like in my face. And I'm like, bro, I'm also like, get your boyfriend, bro. Like,
get your man.
Like get your, like you allowed him to like manipulate this whole situation. So like we stopped being cool for real after that situation. Because what happened was I was out in the city center, and I seen her. I was out with my friends doing whatever. I seen her and her boyfriend sees me and tries to come and like get in my face about some whatever. And I'm on some like I'm kind of on whatever you on. but he's not really trying to fight for real.
He's just trying to make a scene.
He's trying to make a scene. He's trying to intimidate me. And I'm like, I'm not really going for none of that. But if you want to box, we can box. But I am now looking at my friend who I'm like, you supposed to have my back. I didn't say anything about this nigga that was untrue. I wasn't being messy. And now I'm looking at you weird.
Yeah.
So we can't really be cool. And from that point, we were never cool.
The same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, like, she stayed with that nigga for, like, a long time. And then he turned out to be, like, a shithead. Like, doing all types of shit. Cheating on her all the time. And I was like, I told you a long time ago when I saw these signs about who I thought this person was. Mm-hmm. And then you went and told him. I don't know why you would go and tell him the things that I said to you.
That's why he wanted to fight you.
Well, yeah. But I didn't say anything that was untrue. I just pointed out things that were actually happening.
Yeah.
I was like, you want to fight me over something I said that wasn't untrue? You want me to be mad because I pointed it out?
Yeah. I was going to say, because she didn't see it. So now she can see it.
But this is the thing. She saw it and then didn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also where I'd be like, if you don't ask me. If you planning on staying, don't need to tell me. Yeah. But then I got to college and it was also like a girl that but that was a whole situationship. She was with a dude and he was dogging her. And I ain't even say nothing about that situation. I was just like, okay, you're sad. We can talk about it. I'm not giving no advice because you don't want to leave him for real.
Yeah.
You don't want to stop messing with him. So I'm not going to tell you nothing. I was like, I learned from that situation. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're not going to play me.
Yeah. I have a male best friend, and if ever the girl he's dating has an issue with our relationship, mm-hmm. I just back off. I'm not fucking you. I'm not feeding you. I'm not in the house with you every day. Our relationship is good. We don't have to go out on dates and stuff as much as we like, cause we go on friend dates. Like we hang out. We just went to go have lunch a few days ago or whatever. Like, if I will respect your household, I don't feel no way. If you are safe with me to say we gotta, she be tripping a little bit, because if I trust that he wouldn't just do that for everybody.
Yeah, like I have had situations in which I'm like, hey, I'm in a new relationship. This is not going to be a forever thing. She is uncomfortable and I got to do things to make her comfortable, to make this relationship feel secure for her before like I continue to go back doing all the things. Yeah. She's unused to this and she has histories of motherfuckers playing at her face. Right. So I need to do things to make her feel comfortable and assure her that this is not that.
It ain't no hard feeling.
I also had to have a friend that understood that I meant what I said. But one of the reasons that it worked was because I am always a person who I say what I mean what I say, and I for the most part am consistent about doing the things I say I'm gonna do. So if I say, hey, I just need to chill for like a little while I get this together, you knew I was dead ass serious and I wasn't just gonna like abandon our friendship because I said I wasn't. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I'm very used to not talking to people for months at a time.
That too.
So like, go ahead, big bro. Do what you gotta do. Like that. Like that's your house. That's your relationship. That's what you got going on over there. I need you because as close as we are, as good as I got a man, and we gonna be good. And I also at the end of the day, I need you to be good.
Yeah.
In yours.
It's the other thing of it of like, hey, I don't want to be a hindrance to this relationship, especially if I think that this relationship is good for you.
Especially not. I trust that before he brings anything to me about this person, if you bringing it to me, I'm trusting that, okay, you've weighed the options here. Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm on whatever you on.
Yeah. Which makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. Let me check this thing and see if we have any things that were on the docket. Sorry, I was scrolling through, what's the name? We talked about 50 and T.I. We kind of talked about we might possibly be at war with Iran. We've already run through that. Little one has continued to tell me that she thinks a bunch of celebrities are clones. She on the list so far is Martin Lawrence, Jim Carrey, and Selena Gomez. She believes all three of them are clones. I just let her have it.
Yeah, I feel like that. I just seen the Jim Carrey comparisons today.
It's like he just older.
He looks like he had a little bit of Botox. But they're in the comments talking about some, no, because if you're a real Jim Carrey fan, then you know he hates being on red carpets and stuff like that, and he would never. And he's always said, if you ever see me out on a red carpet or acting looking like I enjoy Hollywood, just know that there's something going on or whatever. And it's just like, yeah, girl, I once made a video saying, if you ever see me in a pair of kitten heels, just know that it's a cry for help. And I'm wearing kitten heels now. Things change, life come at you fast, shit happens. Like, people be changing their mind. Like,
that is true.
Yeah.
No, like, I didn't drink tea. I drink tea now.
Like,
things change. You get older, your perspective changes, your taste buds change. All of them things can, like,
what you're interested in. Shit, what you got going on? Like, we don't know what kind of money Jim Carrey got going on right now. Shit, he might need to get out there and act like he happy right now. He might be trying to get some roles or want to be seen or anything. Like, people just age and weight fluctuates. That can do.
Absolutely does.
Yeah.
And I get irritated. First of all, I had a lady at my job tell me I look pregnant.
Don't Selena Gomez got lupus?
She do.
Yeah.
I don't know if it fundamentally changes the structure of your face.
It
does.
Well, I mean, to swell you up.
Fair.
Yeah, it will swell you up.
Yeah, I feel like every time I like feel good about my body, some like an older black lady the older black ladies, bro, they give it and they take it away. She's like, oh, you look good, you look great, and then like the next day, you pregnant, which is, I don't know, it was also a function of like, once you get married, older black women want you to immediately start having kids, and I don't understand what you not finna raise these motherfuckers. Why are you so invested?
Like, you know what it's like. That really feels like crabs in a bucket to me. Crabs in a barrel.
Yeah.
It doesn't like it feels like I love my kids down a joy, and I have great kids.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, hey, you sure? Do you want them? Have you done whatever you want to do before you gotta start thinking about babysitters or taking them with you? And all, like, have you done, like, as somebody who has had kids and seen the shift that happens in your life firsthand, I would never just be rushing anybody into having kids.
Which is the thing that me and Little One talk about all the time. I'm like, yeah, our perspectives in life are going to change.
Your priorities change.
I was like, baby,
you have way less money.
You slept in till like 11 today. You think you're going to be able to do it on a Saturday morning when we have kids?
Let me tell you, because once they up and like once they get to the age where they can get out their bed on their own, ass crack of dawn, you hear toys hitting the floor, bucket and just emptying. Somebody posted that, you know that meme of Mekhi Phifer sitting there with a cigarette in his hand?
Yeah.
It was just 17 cigarettes all over the damn page. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, all I hear is that damn toy bucket. They don't let you sleep in at all. No.
And they are expensive. They don't have to be necessarily, but like, child care is expensive, bro. Especially like if one of you is not going to stay home with them.
Yeah, child care is expensive, especially when they have rinky dink ass daycares out here. Like,
but you don't want
to put your kids in there. My kids only went to Montessori schools. Child care is expensive.
This shit is college.
And then they get older and they grow so fast.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you ain't got like a grandma to go put them with, to go chill with.
Yeah, they get. I mean, like clothes and stuff. Like they grow out of stuff so fast. Like
no, I just meant like I was talking about the child care piece.
Oh yeah. But yeah, if you don't have somebody where you could just go send them to,
because we ain't got neither one of them. Like my mom nor her mom live here. They got uncles and whatnot, but all of us work during the day. You ain't got nobody they can go sit down with. Yeah.
And see, since I have 2 kids, it makes it a little bit more worth it when it comes to like clothes and shoes, because my oldest ain't really bad on, neither one of them, they're not bad on their stuff. So like it gets worn by 2 kids, like it's passed down immediately, and now the little one got more shirts and stuff than I got. But they growing, they always need new stuff.
What happened to people who used to run daycares out their house?
They still do, but that's illegal. So they probably ain't just gonna see it on like
fair,
TikTok or commercial on Hulu or nothing, because they
gotta know somebody.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Cause I remember we used to have like
my grandma used to run a daycare.
They used to run a daycare. She was mean. Miss Sherry, my brother's grandma. She was watching. That's how I learned what like Young and the Restless was. She used to watch Young and the Restless and like all of them things while we took naps in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
And she's in there watching Bold and the Beautiful.
My granny was really, she had a little daycare. She wasn't mean or anything like that, but she was going to give your baby some table food. It don't matter how old. If that baby old enough to sit up, that baby was going to eat some beans. One day, she said, this lady came to pick her kids up, come call her the next day. She still hasn't eaten anything. My granny said, it's okay, she full. She been full for the past day. she sat there and ate some beans and rice. She been full for a day and a half.
She fed the baby beans and rice? How old's the baby?
Old enough to be sitting up. That's all it really took.
Alright.
So she gonna give your baby some beans. That's what she don't do. She ain't like that now. Cause my mama didn't watch my kids when they were little, especially my oldest. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't let her watch him because she made one joke about buying some formula to give to my baby, and I said, you will not be watching him unsupervised. I was just playing. I don't give a fuck. Why would you even play like that? That shit wasn't even funny.
It's not cute.
It's not funny, and I don't trust you to actually not do some shit like that. So no, you won't. And she didn't.
That's real. I'm here for it.
I'm like, you gonna go buy, because the bottles that I send over here don't even, like, formula can't even go through them because the nipple is like so small on them because it's just liquid. It ain't nothing else in it. So you gonna go buy formula and bottles to directly disrespect what the fuck I just said about my kid? No, he won't be here. And she didn't. I don't think she watched him for the first time until he was like 6 months. And 6 months is when I introduced table food. So it's like I'll send him a bottle. And mind you, anytime I would bring it up, I was sending bottles. I was breastfeeding, so I had to provide the food. So yeah, he didn't start going over there until he was old enough to be eating table food.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, we covered most things that was on my docket.
Okay.
So we'll see y'all back here next week. Liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps. I've been RJ from the Neighborhood Dom, and this is
Danielle,
aka
Big Rox.
Not the little one.
Never the little one, not even at the end of the show.
And we have been your favorite not safe for work coworkers, some of you the best coworkers in the world, and we'll see y'all back here next week. Peace.
Bye.